Cue the music. Just kidding. We don't have the budget for that. Hello, I'm Britton Bialis. Welcome back to Beyond the Scoreboard. We have a very, very special guest here with us today, Travis Keller. He plays men's volleyball. He lived in Canada. Currently, he is in the process of moving to Texas. We'll touch more on that later. Hello, Travis. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Britt. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You're welcome anytime on my podcast. He is also my roommate. I should mention that as well. Today, we're going to be getting to know him a little bit more, talking about his playing abilities as a men's volleyball player and his commitment to the program as well. So, Travis, what position do you play, and how well would you say that your strengths are in that role?
I'm an outside hitter. I'd say my strengths are serve, receive, defense, and serving. And overall, I would say that they're pretty good compared to the rest of the team. It's earned me a pretty decent spot on court this year. So
Absolutely. So, throughout your career, what would you say that your biggest challenges are on the court, and how would you improve them?
Well, my biggest challenge is something that I cannot improve. I'm short. I'm extremely undersized, even for this level at 5'11". Um, but there are things I can do to overcome that challenge. I've had to see the game slightly differently than people who are taller. I've had to be more intentional on what I train and how I do so.
Absolutely. So, talking about this year, how would you compare this year to your previous years?
Well, this year's going to be a lot different. It's our first year without kind of the original guys from the start of the program. Um, so it's an all new team. It's kind of all on our shoulders as juniors to push the team forward and to maintain the level we've been playing at. And for myself personally, I'm set to see a lot more court time than I have in the past, and that's something that I'm going to have to be able to live up to and be able to contribute.
So, what would you say that your biggest contributions would be on the team this year, more specifically this year, saying that it's going to be more important because we have a lot younger of a team?
Mm-hmm.
How important, and what are you doing to help bring up those younger guys?
Yeah, so first of all, it's just maintaining and improving my level of play. That'll always help the guys beneath me. But I've also had to become a bit more of a leader this year. I've had to be a bit more responsible, um, a bit smarter. Um, I think I differ from some of the other upperclassmen. I think I'm a bit more hard on some of the younger guys. Um, Simply because I see their potential and I see that they could be really good and I want them to do so. And I think there's a lot of soft love on our team, not a lot of hard love.
You're a hard love kind of guy, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I am.
All right, man. So, talking more specifically about like game days right now, how do you prepare mentally and physically for a game day?
So mentally, I just try to keep my nerves down, try not to work myself up too much, get a little bit hype, get a little bit going, yell a little bit, especially in warm up. But physically, throughout the day, I like to stay active. I don't like to sit down too much. I like to be walking around, moving around. And then about 2 hours before game time, I'll hit the treadmills, just do something really light, maybe a really light lift. Um, and then all the while having music in my ears, like playing a little bit of hype music, but not anything too crazy. A lot of Motley Crue, a lot of Nickelback. And then just going through the warm up, trying to be intentional with everything, not trying to show off because I don't really have much to show off. Um, and yeah, just mainly keeping my head in it and keeping my body in it.
If you had to listen to one song to hype you up, what song would that be?
Burn It to the Ground by Nickelback.
It's a solid choice. Solid choice. Um, how would you say that you contribute to the team dynamic? I know we talked a lot about on the court, but off the court as well. How would you say that you contribute to that?
Yeah, so in years past, I've been kind of more of comic relief than anything, and I was perfectly okay with that. I didn't have to be a leader. I didn't have to be anything like that. This year, however, I've had to mature a little bit. I like to I like to still try to be funny, but I've had to be more of a leader while doing that still. A lot of encouragement to the younger guys, a lot of pointers to the younger guys, and having to deal with them when they don't listen to me, which is the hardest part.
True. So what do you like to do outside of volleyball?
Outside of volleyball, a lot of Fortnite. A lot of Fortnite. Hanging out with the guys in the house is always a good time too. That's probably how I spend most of my time. Going to the casino, that's one of my favorite pastimes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Would you like to explain your shirt to the crowd for us today?
Yeah, I got it in probably my favorite show, South Park. They all think I'm a lot like Cartman, which isn't totally wrong, except I'm not fat.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I got it in our White Elephant gift exchange this past Friday, which was perfect because this was the perfect gift for me, and it was a lot better than a lot of the other gifts. Way better than fuzzy handcuffs or a bottle of ranch.
Absolutely. Yep. Or I got a can of corn. So
Yeah, can of corn.
Absolutely.
That's probably the worst one.
Can you give us your best Cartman impression?
No, I have a terrible Cartman impression. I'm not even going to attempt it.
Will do. Will do. Well, you can follow Travis on Instagram. I think it's just Travis Keller on Instagram, something like that. If not, you can definitely find him through the WPU MVB Instagram page. He will definitely be mentioned through that. Check that out. You can ask him any questions. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot the most important part. So he's Canadian and American. Do you want to explain a little bit of that?
Yeah, I was born in Houston, Texas. I was raised in Pearland, Texas. My dad worked in the oil industry, and so whenever I was about 9 years old, we got moved up to Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, which has a thriving oil and gas industry. And we lived there for about a decade. And then my dad got promoted this year, just in the past couple months. And so my family has been moving from Edmonton, Alberta to Houston, Texas. And it's been challenging for them. I'm luckily not having to help with anything because I'm in Iowa. But yeah, it's still a stressful time. I'm still going to miss my Canadian friends a whole lot. But I'm glad to be closer to family.
Absolutely. And just a little side note, what brought you to Penn and what makes you want to stay here at Penn?
Well, what brought me to Penn is really underwhelming. It is the fact that they were the only school that offered me a scholarship to play volleyball.
Wow.
So that brought me here. And then what made me stay here is that the volleyball is really good, and just the atmosphere of the team and even of the school as a whole. It's really positive. There's a lot of friendliness, sense of family. I've made some great friends while I've been here. But yeah, it's just really what keeps me here is the atmosphere.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, well, we got you on a little bit of a cliffhanger there. Now you can follow him on Instagram, and you could follow the WPU MVB on Instagram. Thank you guys for checking in to Beyond the Scoreboard. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.